In this short 5-minute video, I'm going to describe the Advisor Flight Recorder. The Flight Recorder has three purposes. One is to track and show you where you've been in your analysis and selection path. Second, it allows you to go back to any step along the way, and then you can take a different path from there on. And that's important because sometimes as you're doing analysis and you're seeing the data, insights come that might be surprising and cause you to look at things a different way, rephrase your question, and want to then follow a different path with the data. The third thing is the flight records you create can be saved and reused by yourself at a later time, or they can be shared with other advisor users running the same project. The flight recorder runs on a panel on the right side of the project. If it's not open, you can get to it by opening the View tab at the top and going down and clicking on Flight Recorder. Here I put a note in because I want to look at the best healthcare accounts in the East. And this project has customer data. There's a list of customers at the bottom. There are 9,700 of them roughly. They total $496 million in revenue. They come from different industries. They're in 4 regions. And then this chart spreads them out from low to high revenue. This is the high revenue accounts. And low to high margin, these are the high margin accounts. So these are high revenue, low margin. These are high margin, low revenue. In this case, we want to select the healthcare accounts. I go to the bar chart, click on the bar, and over here the flight recorder tells me in the bar chart, best customers, revenue by industry. I made a selection. I selected on the industry healthcare, and here's what it looked like after I made the selection. Now I could edit this. If I made a mistake, I could change it so it's healthcare and education or whatever, but we're going to continue on. I've selected healthcare. I'm going to go to the top, exclude everything else. Now grab the East region. You can see the flight recorder is tracking everything I'm doing. Exclude everything else. Now I've got all of my accounts that are healthcare and East, and I want the best one. So let's assume that's the top of this. I'm just going to grab the handful of accounts up here at the top of the scatter plot. There's 6 of them. They total $272 million in revenue. Here's a list of them. And by the way, I can export this list at any time to take action onto my desktop, and it's out of here into Excel. So now I'm going to create another record because we identified that the 6 best healthcare accounts in the East. I'm going to stick another note in at the end, append to end. I'm now going to look at, I'm going to stay with my whole healthcare focus, but I want the responders to my promotion, healthcare and Midwest. I want to follow up with them. So I'm not going to restore the data back to the beginning point. So I've got my 9,700 accounts back. Go to the next page, and here I have a pie chart which shows customers who responded to the Gold Bundle campaign. I click the Yes wedge. It shows me here what I did. I made a selection in the pie chart. There's one wedge. It's tracking it. Go back to the page over here. Let's exclude everything. I want healthcare again. I've got 92 accounts, responders in the healthcare industry. Let's drill down. Now I want the Midwest, the green. Exclude. I'm down to 19 accounts that are the responders to my campaign, healthcare and Midwest. I can look at a map and see where they are. Looks like most of them are out here in Omaha and so forth. And again, I can export the list. Now let's see what we've done. We've created 2 records. If I want to go back to the best healthcare accounts in the East, I can click on the last step, go back to this point of action, and I'm back to my 6 healthcare accounts that I selected that are the best ones in the East. If I want to go back to the responders to the healthcare in Midwest, I click here, and I can jump back to that point. Here are the 19 accounts that fit that criteria. And again, I can jump to any step along the way as well, and then go on a different path from there. The last thing, I can save this record. Go up here, I can export the record. I'm going to call it Scenario 1. Save it to my desktop, and now I can import it at a later time and reuse it. So in summary, the flight recorder tracks every step along the analysis path. It lets you go back to any step to return and take another path or continue on the same path. And third, it can be saved for later use by either yourself or another advisor user running the same project. Thank you very much for your time.